Hi everyone, welcome to this video series on Excel VBA for practical users. In this series, we're going to go through the basics of VBA and try to come up with solutions for a real-life business problem involving Excel. Now, the first question that you might have is, who is this series for? And the answer to that is basically anyone that uses frequently Excel spreadsheets. And don't worry, you don't need to have any programming knowledge beforehand. Now, is there a reason you should learn VBA for your daily work? I would say absolutely yes. And the first reason for that is that VBA is a very marketable skill that will drastically improve your productivity. And the second reason is that it will give you a good introduction to basic programming concepts. And this is actually big because it will open up the door to an infinite amount of possibilities. Take me, for example. I started learning VBA at work and somehow I got hooked to programming. Ever since I learned Python, R, and I still use both every day at work. And I would argue that there are many reasons to learn to code in general. Maybe you want to be able to finish your work without doing overtime. Or maybe you just like efficiency, and you want to be able to automate all the boring tasks you have on a daily basis. Either way, this series is for you. Now you may wonder, how is this course any different from other online VBA tutorials? Well, in this series, I will give you the tools to be able to write small and practical programs to save time. Understanding the object hierarchy in Excel and knowing a few programming concepts is all it takes to get there. Let's talk a little bit about VBA. Visual Basic for Application is the programming language for Excel developed by Microsoft. Excel has a large set of objects, all ranked in a hierarchy. By providing code to VBA, you act on these objects via methods. Now, this might seem very confusing at start, but don't worry, we'll get to that part later on. All you need to know now is that you can use these objects to automate your work on Excel. Working with spreadsheets very often involves a lot of repetitive tasks and workflows. And by automating these, not only do you get rid of the boring work, but you also significantly decrease the potential errors that might happen while doing the work manually. Alright, now let's step back a little bit and ask ourselves, how popular is VBA exactly? And that is a fair question. You very often see charts comparing the evolution of programming languages over time. And most of the time, VBA is barely even listed as one. But then again, if you happen to work frequently with spreadsheets, Excel VBA will save you hours and hours of tasks that you would have done manually otherwise. At the end of this course, you will be able to understand the object hierarchy in Excel, build macros to automate your work, and develop your own functions. And as a little bonus, we'll have a look at the macro behind this yellow highlighting every time I select a range. I know, it's pretty cool. So that's gonna be it for this introduction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next video, we'll have a look at how to get started in the Visual Basic environment. We'll activate VBA, open the Visual Basic editor, look at the VBA security settings, and what you need to be able to code in a comfortable environment. Then we'll finish by discussing sub and functions in VBA. We'll top off everything with a quiz to test your knowledge so far.